Magnus Carlsen held on. He won the Isle of Man International. And that's not even the big news this week. The big news is what are fans most excited for? Magnus Carlsen is taking on Gadir Guseinov tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, right here on chess.com TV and the Twitch channel that you're watching. The Speed Chess Championship, the first round of the Speed Chess Championship, will be coming to an end. So what started out as these 16 faces is now already whittled down to 8. And if you watch the show tomorrow, we'll have the official announcement of when all of those second round matches are taking place. So we're pretty excited. But I don't know that fans are as excited to see Magnus take on Guseinov as they are to see Finegold and Williams throw down in the first ever parental advisory rated R Blitz Deathmatch. I will be in the call with these two guys, attempting to keep it maybe PG-13 at times. I don't know what my role's going to be. These guys are going to go at it. It's going to be a ton of fun. And if you haven't planned on spending your October 5th with us as well, since we moved the Magnus Carlsen match to October 4th, then you're making a mistake. So I asked the question in the chat. I'm kind of curious what the different audiences, what the Twitch fans, what the chess.com TV fans, what people are more excited to see. If it's the first ever kind of like real hardcore chess trash talk, if there is such a thing. Or, of course, the one and only Magnus Carlsen finally jumping in to the Speed Chess Championship this year. And then it's going to be rapid fire. These dates you see here are actually not even the official dates of the second round. That's just an FYI. The dates will be updated, but the next couple rounds will be very, very close, back-to-back dates. So before we talk about Magnus Carlsen's big win, we get excited for today's Title Tuesday. This show is going to take you up to the Title Tuesday, and we're going to preview both the Magnus versus Guseinov match as well as the death match. But it's time to solve the daily puzzle. Too long has this show gone already, about 4 minutes without any chess. So let's solve the daily puzzle first and foremost, as all of you weigh in on the chat, and let's do it. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll to it. All right, daily puzzle. What do we have here? The power of check. The power of check, and we instantly see it is a mate and 3. So obviously here, the first thing that pops into your mind if you don't read the title first, I don't know what the system is. Some people read the title first. Some people just start solving the puzzle. But obviously you start noticing the rook is hanging on c6, and probably white is winning. No. Are you winning if you take first? No, it's not mate. Okay. And maybe it's not actually a mate and 3. Maybe I'm forgetting something here. So I guess the issue here is that if you're white, you can actually do several move orders. I think we can take on e5 first. And if they take the queen, rook to b8, rook takes is mate, right? So if we take and if they capture back, then we can play rook to b8 check, and no matter how he takes it, queen takes c6, then comes with check. It seems pretty straightforward. Rook to b8 check first. Rook takes b8. That was actually the first move order I looked at. For some reason in my brain I was calculating queen takes c6 was coming with check and the knight was pinned. But that doesn't work that way. So rook b8 check, rook takes, queen takes c6, knight takes c6 doesn't work because the knight actually guards b8. So it seems like bishop takes e5 is a no-brainer to come first, and after they take it, now we don't want to take c6 first, but again I think we could, and white is still pretty easily winning. I don't see any sort of powerful tempo moves for black after that, but the most forceful way to get your checkmate is to check here, capture here, and then deliver mate on b7. So not exactly a mate in 3, a mate in 4, but you know, you'll all forgive me for that, or you won't, and we'll just move on with our lives anyway, right? That's the thing about forgiveness, is it doesn't matter whether people do it or not. You got to move on with your life, whether you solve the daily puzzle right or not. All right, what do we got in the chat? Who is here? Who is excited? It's a busy Tuesday. BJH in the Twitch chat has already forgiven me. That didn't take long. Appreciate that. It is a busy Tuesday today with the Twitch with the Title Tuesday going down in less than an hour. It starts. We'll check in with who's registering for it, and as I said, this show is going to take you right up to Robin Van Kampen of the Chess Bra crew. Grandmaster Robin Van Kampen has the call today. I know that Eric Hansen and Amon Hamilton, the founder of the Chess Bras, and the Beard himself they were delayed due to the storms coming out of the Isle of Man, and so they're actually not even back in the Western Hemisphere yet. They're on their way. So who's playing today in the title Tuesday? I don't know. Maybe Magnus, maybe Hikaru. I don't know. We're always excited for the big names, but we'll find out about that soon. So let's dive in and review real quick. The last Chess Today show we had, it wasn't clear. Magnus was still having to take on Fabiano Caruana and some of the guys at the top. And so we were wondering whether he would hold on and win this big open event. Magnus did exactly that. Kind of anticlimactic with a quick draw by him and Hikaru, though kind of a fun game if you missed it. I'll show you the game right here. This is a little trickier than you normally see, I think. Normally when you see a repetition draw, it doesn't have this type of action, but as I know, this whole position is just preparation, and it's a line that is sort of known that black can get this draw. So this was not a crazy piece sacrifice by Hikaru over the board. This is kind of a known idea in this line, and black doesn't have really anything better as far as I know, other than bishop f5. And as long as that's what black is in store for, if black is wanting a draw on that given day, it's a good weapon, which I think in certain events, right, in a closed event, white would be the one sort of varying things here. Maybe not going in for this line exactly where the knight comes back to d2 and kind of invites this whole e5, knight d4 line. If Magnus was in a position where he had to win, he might take a different approach. But given that a draw secured him victory, this is how the whole thing ended. If you missed it, with a pretty fun little game of tickle there, little tickle with the king, right? All kings like tickle. There you go. Game of tickle there. A quick draw. That's Hikaru. That's Hikaru number. I think that's 23. I think that's Hikaru number 23, which is do I really want to, I know I can draw this. I'm going to draw it. I'm pretending whether I'm going to be the one who's pushing Magnus for a win or not. I know I'm going to take the draw. That's Hikaru, pursed lips number 23. Vishy and Nan looking at these two guys, maybe not super happy with their decision to just peter it out to a draw. But okay, It was a lot of fun. The Isle of Man came to an end, and of course, if you missed any of the replays, you can check it out. But strongest open tournament, I'm pretty sure ever. Magnus Carlsen wins it with a 7.5 out of 9 score and a 2,900 performance rating. So congratulations to him. Let's go back to some chess here, right? We're balancing news with chess. That's what we do on the Chess Today show, at least before things get weird, and inevitably they will. Let's make a daily chess move in this game here that I have. And then I'll go back to the chat and see how people are weighing in on what they're looking forward to this week. Somehow I messed up a potential advantage in this Chess 960 game. I don't even know how. I don't know how, but I did. And now the question is, am I interested in keeping the queens on the board? The most natural thing to do is obviously to trade. I think keeping the queens on the board, the obvious thing you start to wonder is with the rook on the file, with the bishop on the diagonal. Do I even want to deal with this? I can castle, right? I can castle in any position. Okay, right away it doesn't make sense. But just reminding you that I still have the ability to castle, even though this is Chess 960, in case you're thinking my king was trapped. But it doesn't seem like a very good plan. And wow, Hikaru pinging me on Skype saying he's at a bar right now, hanging with Amari Stoudemire. As in, New York Knicks, Phoenix Suns. I don't know. I want to be like, Hikaru, that's not a big deal. I'm on Chess TV right now, streaming to hundreds of fans. Okay, so whatever. But anyway, that's what Hikaru Nakamura is doing, in case you're wondering. All right, so I don't think I have the ability. I don't think I want to keep the queens on the board. So that means I'm headed for the endgame. And the question is, do I have any potential for an edge in this endgame? I'd like to try to bring my king to something like f6, play f5, maybe get the king to f6, and try to work on kind of maneuvering my way into the pawn weaknesses. But if I allow him to trade, this rook ending likely has zero winning chances for either side. I mean, that's never really true. Anybody who's read Capablanca's chess endings by Chernov, right, you know that you can win any equal rook ending. But as we know, Capablanca's opponents maybe sometimes just thought it was a draw, right? And he pushed on. The original Magnus Carlsen, Jose Raul Capablanca. But is it worth keeping the knight on the board when I'm sacrificing control over the center? You know, this is a tough question, and a question that I don't really know the answer to. Play king c7. If here, and I'm happy with the closed position. But if he takes it and I take it, is there some kind of pressure on the open d file that I'm not happy with? I don't know, not really, right? Is there? I mean, it's not like it's that schmancy for him. I'm on the defensive, and all of this just to keep the knight, to try to work the knight around into some squares here and try to poke at the pawns eventually. It's possible. I probably should stop talking about my particular battles with eDog99, who he and I have had a lot of fun Chess 960 games, because he's always watching Chess Today, and then he takes those notes home. I think I'm going to trade queens, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I may just go for the rook ending and lull him into like a Capablanca type of position where he thinks it's just a draw, but I grind it out Carlsen style. So we'll see. So all right, sorry I've neglected you, chat. I know so many of you are waiting for me to dive into the awkward conversations going on chat. So yeah, Hikaru's not playing right now because he's at a bar with Amari. I'm on Chess TV. I told the fans what you said. I know the messages. Excuse me. The messages continue to climb. I'm going to get to the messages that I was sent in this year. So I know. Okay, so what do we got? We got more excited about Magnus. We got someone saying Lee Chess is better, right? There's nothing like that. Just diving in to try to troll some users. We love guys who do that. We've got Sela Bethel, who's talking about his Chess 960 being higher than Danny's. That's not a surprise. I never claimed to be a scientist. Okay. We got greetings from Russia. Can we have more Uncle Sasha today? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's on the agenda as soon as I get rolling here. Danny plays some Crazy House. Thanks everybody for your request. People are probably more excited for Magnus, but the reason why you have a good, put it this way, okay? Let's go back and talk about things. The reason why you might have a reason to be more excited about the Simon Williams versus Ben Finegold death match is that there's a good chance this is a lopsided victory for Magnus, right? And Gadir is a great guy. Also chatted with him today on Skype. He's ready for tomorrow. He's excited. He might be playing the title Tuesday, so look for Guseinov to maybe be online at about 1 p.m. playing in the title Tuesday. But the thing is that obviously Magnus Carlsen, last time we checked, is, if we remember what happened in the first round last year when he took on Tigran Petrosian in the qualifier, right? It was one of the most lopsided victories we've ever had. So Magnus is pretty good at this game we call chess. And so if this match tomorrow is a bit of a dud in terms of the actual excitement and the actual score, the one thing I'll say about this, even if tomfoolery, shenanigans, and numerous explicitives, I'm going to try to keep them from being too vulgar. I can't really know. I don't know what they're going to do, but I expect lots of explicitives. Vulgarity is another question, right? Regardless of whether that's your thing or not, there's a very good chance that this match is very close, right? Both of these guys are weak grandmasters. Let's be honest. And I'm going to tell them that tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. They're both, neither one of these guys fall into the Danny Rensch category, okay? Neither one of these guys is going to run away with this match. That's my prediction. So if as far as closeness of the match, I'm going to guess that Finegold and Williams, it is indeed a close match at the very least. I want to give a shout out again. For those of you who don't know, we did this match with Simon and Ben, and we had so many people reach out to us and want to sponsor the match. So, there's more money in this match than any of the first round Speed Chess Championship matches. So Magnus isn't even going to be winning as much money in the first round, right? Obviously, overall, there's a lot more money in the Speed Chess Championship than this match. So anyway, we appreciate all the sponsors. And if you cruise to the bottom of the article, I'll share it again here in chat. You can check that out. Yeah, exactly. Simon Williams is an 1800 GM, and and Finegold is a whatever Simon called him. So, John HS is hoping that Finegold doesn't have a chance either in the match, just like Guseinov. I don't understand. Anyway, let me refresh here. But the Danny Rensch category, I love it. I love that Ben is here. If I play Danny, it will certainly be rook odds. LOL. I think I would probably take down Ben in a death match, just from my pure, first of all, I have a fantastic record against you, and I'm spending half my time putting on outfits, okay? Putting on crazy outfits. Everyone knows the story, Ben. All right? First of all, never forget who's responsible for your GM title. This guy. Okay, so anyway, no, Ben is, Ben and Simon are, they're weighing in at about 2,500 barely a piece. I think it's going to be a blasty McBlasterson, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun no matter what. Yeah, we should do a team death match, right? Maybe me and Ben, the Americans versus the Englishmen, Ben and Danny versus Lawrence and Simon. That could be fun. Okay, back to the Twitch chat. Yes, that's right. Sella Bethel, thanks for being a subscriber to our Twitch channel, and thanks for helping out with the questions. Carlsen Guseinov is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Cancel everything you have planned and watch Carlsen versus Guseinov. And then this match between Simon and Ben is on Thursday at 10 a.m. So appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate the question in the chat. All right, so let's move in. Let's move in. And one of the things I want to say that I was disappointed about when I was preparing for today's Chess Today show, actually, was that I actually only had one move to make. I wanted to do some chess. I felt the need today to play some moves with you guys and analyze it. So let's go join a tournament, right? Let's go join a tournament. Let's go to all tournaments and let's join a tournament. Together. We're in this together. Let's join one that actually looks like it might start soon. This is 1,800 to 2,500. Essentially, I'm going to get killed if I join this tournament. Dual Link Master. Time control 3 days. The games are rated, of course. This looks like a fun one. All right, I'll join this one, which could be... This could give us some good games against some serious daily chess players. Anybody who's rated, I roll in... my daily chess rating, as you guys know, is about 20, goes between 2,000 and 2,100. That's my roll out of the bed. I spend very few seconds. There are some serious daily chess players on our site who, they're taking the max amount of time, and I know they're playing legally. They're analyzing using all available resources, and they're just good. They just make better decisions than I do playing too quickly. So this is apparently one of the last players I was playing was closed for cheating. Who knew? I didn't even know that. After he beat me, well, that's frustrating. I lose and lose rating points, and then he gets closed. Thanks a lot. All right, well, that's frustrating. Anyway, back to the Title Tuesday coverage. So let's go into live. Let's see who's joining. Let's see who's joining, right? Let's do it. LOL. LOL. Do they say LOL in England? I don't know. I'm sure they do. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a thing. Hey, I'm not that ignorant, okay? I play an ugly American on this show, okay? All right, what's going on with the tournament? Title Tuesday. We got 54 right now. Oh, Georg is in the house. Say what? Georg Meyer, Tigran Petrosian. Who else we got? None of the big dogs yet. If Hikaru and Magnus are coming, although as we learned, Hikaru's apparently trading shots with Amari Stoudemire in a bar in New York right now. So that may not be a thing that's happening with Hikaru playing. And then we got Bortnik there. Okay, early favorites. I got to go with my man Georg Meyer. But okay, we'll keep an eye on this. So I don't have more daily chess moves to make. But I was in the mood for some more quality educational chess for all of you in the chat. I know you guys are into that sort of thing. We got who we got? We got Carl Tanner getting all philosophical on us. in the chat. I don't know, man. Save it for John Galt, buddy. You're getting a little too philosophical for this Twitch chat. What's going on in the chess.com TV chat? We got Ben still thinking he can beat me down a rook. Ben wouldn't beat me straight up in a death match. It'll probably happen at some point, especially if it's dual commentary. I may not be the best chess player in the world, but if you allow me to talk trash to my opponent, ask Lawrence Trent how that went, okay? If I can talk trash to my opponent while playing, Ben, sticks and stones may break my bones, but my words will hurt you. No, anyway, just kidding. Danny can beat Komodo if he has a rook odds. Thank you, Tip and Chimmy. That's appreciated. That is true. I usually can. Usually, not every time. Duel or duel. Anyway, you want to know if I can do a Dick Van Dyke accent in the chat? The Williams Finegold match is exactly when we said it was, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Mark your calendar, don't go anywhere. So let's go do some puzzles and be educational here. Let's ignore Ben for a second, okay? Let's let him be active in the Chess TV chat where he loves to be. I'm going to switch my puzzles to rated. Go into my settings. Wait, why am I not on rated mode? Oh, there you go. Very quick. Rated mode. I haven't solved some puzzles in a while, as you can see. Coming in, holding down 2,700 for it. Game time. Here we go. Puzzles. Population us, guys. Queen takes b2. Yeah, whatever. Queen takes h5. Bishop takes g5. e5. Then I'm threatening mate. He has queen takes f2, so that's probably not the best answer. Queen takes h5. If queen takes f2, I have rook there, so it actually works out okay. I'm going to go for it. He takes there. Now my question is, am I taking it, or am I playing e5? e5 is super interesting because it threatens mate at h7. If he plays g6, come on. Simple answer here. Queen takes g5, queen takes f2, I have rook g2. And then if queen back to d4, I have e5, and the mate is coming. e5 right away is possible. Feels like it's opening up a few variables, but if e5, g6... If rook takes g5, the problem is he has queen takes f2, right? And rook g2, he can take it. If king h1, I guess he has no checks there. But where's the I feel like there should be something more concrete here. e5, g6. What if I just take it? Bishop takes g6, takes, queen takes, and then I get rook takes g5. I'm going for it. Incorrect. All right, of course. What's the answer? Just simply take it, and then e5? That is the lamest answer ever. Actually, it seems to make sense. Yeah, this was hard because I felt like e5 was also good enough. Let's analyze this one. Did you know that you can do that? If you don't believe our answer in Chess Tactics, just click the analysis button and you are instantly taken to the analysis board with an engine eval. So what about e5? Why am I so wrong here? What's the answer? So he takes on f2 and then I have this move. Oh, he's trading queens. Duh. Okay, end of discussion. Next problem. Okay, my favorite kind of problem to get wrong, an endgame problem. He's getting a queen here, so I can't take his rook, FYI. That's the idea. It's very possible this is one of those I'm lucky if I get a draw solutions, actually. Knight e3 check, rook takes e3, bishop takes g2, but do I have some sort of stalemate there? I don't know, maybe I'm underestimating my potential. The knight is pinned right now. I mean, sorry, the pawn is pinned right now. Does that give me anything? If bishop takes g2, king f2, I can't really lose that, right? I could even play f5, and if rook check, bishop back. The fact that I can't really lose that makes me think that there should be something better here that I'm not seeing. What about king up? I was wondering if there was like some sort of mating idea. Like king up to g3, and if he takes g2, but he can just get out. The idea, the nice thing would be if I could force him to a square he doesn't want to go to. Takes, king up, bishop check, because if he takes, I have fork. But that doesn't quite work, right? Bishop takes g2. He can just go to f2. I feel like this is one of those just like, this is an insane computer position, right? Like, no human figures this out, at least not in a real game. Bishop takes g2, king to f2. I'd love to fork him, right? Oh, wait, my pawn's going the other way. Duh. Wow, I am just not with it today. So f7 is definitely an option, right? Why am I so out of it today? I don't even know. So f7 is an option. So that means playing f7 right away makes a lot of sense. And if he plays rook f6... If rook f6, there's knight e3 check, king f2, knight g4 check. But okay, why? There's something wrong here that I'm just missing, and it's obvious. Knight e3 check. And if he moves the king away, then I can play f7 because he's not trying to get a queen. And if knight e3 check, and if he takes with the rook, bishop takes g2, king f2, f7. Okay, I think this is the answer. Wow, that was a lot harder than it needed to be. LOL. Knight. Okay, I only got 1 point. This is part of the process, okay? When you're diving into tactics, you got to work out the cobwebs, all right? I spent half of that puzzle thinking that white's pawn was going the opposite way. Okay? That's the level. This is the level you're dealing with. So before you start mouthing off insults in the chat, that's who you're dealing with here, okay? Danny, do you figure out the whole tactic before it's solved or move by move? Most of the time the full tactic, and that's if not all the way to the end, like the majority of the tactic and like kind of the key concept. And then sometimes you play a couple moves and the computer plays a move you didn't expect. So it would be, I think it's a little bit probably pompous for, I don't think everybody solves tactics at this level like all the way through every time, partly because you don't know the computer's response. But before you make the move, you definitely solve the first move and the critical idea when you get it right. And often the critical idea implies that you saw several moves ahead. So that's the best way to answer it. If you solve the critical idea before that first move, you've really solved the tactic. Now, if you face a move that you didn't see coming, okay, like did I solve the tactic to rook e8 here? No, because I solved the tactic to the critical idea, which was that the bishop guards f3, and so he can't play rook over. I didn't look at rook e8 with a stalemate trick, of course not. But you see what I'm saying? That's how it is. Who else we got here? Don't move until you see it. Queen's Night Out. Hashtag searching for Bobby Fischer reference. Nice. Danny, solve puzzle number 87759. There is something wrong with it. There is a mate threat that it doesn't recognize for the enemy. I will check that out later. I don't even remember how to get a specific tactic. Even though I know you're saying, Danny, isn't it your site? Like, shouldn't you know I know very little about things. and logical things too. Somebody's saying it's common, Danny. It's an affliction that most men deal with at this age. Is that what you're saying? Like getting your vision checked. That's what I'm talking about. What were you thinking I was talking about? I was talking about an affliction that men deal with as they get older, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously, I was talking about losing your vision. If you were thinking of something else, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with your mind? Get your mind out of the gutter. Wow. Any Hooters. Anywho's, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota. Thanks for being here. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Let's solve some more. Remember, everybody, right after Papa Cheese's show, that's me, Papa Cheese, we have the Title Tuesday. The Title Tuesday is coming up at 1 p.m. Let's go check in with the players. Who do we got now? We've got 91 players here. We've got Igor Kovalenko, Grigor Grigoriev. Is that like a real name, or he make it up just to have too many Grigor Grigorievs in like a little bit of a sentence there? Grigor Grigoriev, right? We've got Georg Meyer. That's absolutely my favorite German right there. I have many German friends, but he's my favorite. We've got Tigran Petrosyan. We've got Oparian Grigori. Right. We've got Ronaldo. He's one of the little international masters who's normally playing. We've got Chess Queen, right? The one and only Alexandra Kostyniuk, right? Former women's world champion. All right. Enough of that. We'll see who's filling it. Maybe I'll jump in and play. But we got Robin Van Kampen. It's going to let us know when he's ready to roll. Let's solve more puzzles here. Hello, Uncle Sasha, you're here. Welcome for being here. Your Uncle Sasha. Let's do this. I will take over for your American idiocy. Here we go. Okay, Queen takes, Bishop takes E3. Ladya, I lose fierce there. But if I check right here and King H7, we have fierce E2. What we have here? Check. Okay, this is a very easy one. Okay, thank you very much. I'm very excited to solve a puzzle. Let's see what happens when Uncle Sasha's here. We get rid of this guy. Danny, I am enjoying hanging with my chestnut comrades. Okay, I am taking here and getting another lady. Or I am taking here and giving a chick. Okay, that's very nice. Seriously though, what do we want? Queen takes here, and then I get the rook with check. I mean, seems like a good idea. It seems like a solid idea. The issue though is that I'm already down what in this position? White is down 2 pieces, so you have to take stock before you can just roll with the first tempo move you see, right? Queen takes, the king moves. I'm going to be taking with check. He's going to block, and I'm still down. Well, not really down. I guess there I have a rook for the 2 pieces. But the other question is, should I just take the queen, right? Taking g7 is ruled out because of queen e5 check. I have to deal with the check, and then he takes g7. And I'm just not going to believe that that works, even if I'm getting c6 at the end. That can't be the positive answer. So is it better to take on c6 with check, and when the king moves, or is it better to just take the queen? Right now, I mean, instincts say in a real chess game, wouldn't you just take the queen? I guess in that case they have 2 bishops and like maybe a pawn for the queen, but that doesn't seem like very much. So why am I wrong about this? That's ridiculous. All right, here we go. Right, rook takes f5. All right. Actually, if rook takes f5 and he blocks on f6, I have back rank problems. Just like Jay-Z was rapping about back rank problems. The other option is bishop e7 check. If rook takes f5, and if the king moves, I don't move until I see it. Don't move until you see it, Josh. One idea to remember is that if he does check with the queen, I have the move knight to d1, which blocks checkmate. So that's kind of critical. So let's go with a line. Rook takes f5. If bishop f6, bishop h6 check, only move is king to g8. And there's going to be a mate there, for sure. If rook takes, and if rook blocks, also bishop h6 is mate. So what's going on with this? This just seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, bishop h6 here. Didn't I calculate a mate? I'm pretty sure I did. The mate was on rook g5 check, takes. If rook g6 check there, up, queen e7 check and mate. What? Oh, wait, he can take and then play king f7? What was the answer? I just kind of assumed that it was... Oh, obviously. Okay. And that just uses the fact that he can't take the queen, everybody, because rook f8 is mate. So the line that I calculated, if we go to the analysis board, the line that I calculated was rook takes f5, check, and then rook to g5. And I was looking at takes. The line I calculated was this, with a mate. But I assume the move is this move. No, I'm right, actually. So this is a bad puzzle. We have to. Yeah, because you still have mate here. If king back, you take. If king back, you take. And if rook f6, we take here, and it's mate on e7. So it's a bad puzzle. I wasn't wrong. I love finding bad puzzles. Let me make a note about this one. What's the ID? Report the puzzle. Wait, no. How do I report the puzzle? Yes, I am sure. Cool. We've made that better. I didn't even know we could do it like that. Yeah, rook g5 is also mate. So, I mean, the truth is that the truth is queen g5 is more accurate mate, but anytime we find a puzzle where there's multiple checkmate solutions, sometimes there's like a checkmate and then there's something else that's winning, and okay, we decide the checkmate is better. But for the most part, if there's a multi-checkmate option, that shouldn't be a puzzle. I mean, it's not fair to the user. So there you go. All right, here I am black. Here I am black. I have very nice position, да? Да. Rook takes, give check. Knight check, queen check. He moves, knight check. It looks like mate, but maybe there is something better. Likely not, however, because I am mated. I will go for this. What? I am bad today. What is answer? Wow, that was kind of obvious. So what was my idea that I calculated? I'll show you. I calculated rook takes, king takes, queen check, king here, knight here, here. But I guess I only have a draw, huh? Maybe I don't even have that. He goes here. Okay, I'm wrong. Whoa. All right, I got to get back above 2,700 before the day's over. Takes, check. Okay, that's the first line I look at. Knight e7 check. If he moves, it's mate. He comes up. Okay, that's a draw, but I'm feeling like there should be something more, right? Takes f7 takes, queen check. If king f6, bishop h4 check, king e5, where's the mate? Where's the beef? It seems like a weird move to play, but queen h5, I'm wondering if his mate takes, king over. It's not very good. What's the mate here? What's the mate? Come on. Knight h6 check. He comes up. Oh, it's just take, and if king takes, knight there is mate. Okay, duh. Okay. All right. King over. Let's see, what do we got here? We're down a queen. White has to have something or it's over. Red rover. Bishop f8 check. King up to f6. Rook d6 check. King takes f5. Rook e5 check. King up, f3 check. King there. Rook takes h6. King g2. That seems a little far-fetched. Hold on here. Hold on here. Bishop f8 check. If king... He has a lot of options, too. If bishop f8 check and just king g8, am I even winning there? That's a question, right? Perhaps. Okay, rook d7 is also a very simple move here, by the way. Because if he plays queen a5 check, bishop b4 check wins the queen on the spot. So rook d7 is like a first and kind of subtle move that kind of... The question is there a mate that follows? And it looks like there's a pretty good chance there is, right? If rook d7 and the queen moves there, I win the queen. If rook d7 and the queen moves away, we can take with check. He moves the king, and we can get mate on the 8th rank. I'm tempted to play rook d7 quickly here instead of bishop f8. Because I don't see any tempo moves for him. I'm going for it. Yes. 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 Getting back on track here, baby. Getting back on track. Only 1 point? That was harder than that. That was harder than 1 point. Come on. Uh-oh. Everyone knows I suck at these ones. Everyone knows I'm no good at these ones. All right. King e3. He takes it. Am I just trying to draw this one? Seems more likely than a win. Knight g3. Takes, g3. Yeah, I don't think I can win this. There's no weird, obscure mate here. This is definitely a draw. I mean, meaning I'm trying to draw. King f2, king takes. What if king f1? King f2, he takes. You go there, and he either stalemates you or gives you the pawns. Boom! That is some sassy business. You go here, and he either stalemates you or gives you the pawns. Pew! Solved an endgame puzzle. Yeah! Solved an endgame puzzle. Made it back up of 2,700. Papa Bear signing out of the puzzle competition for today. All right. I saved a little bit of face there in the end with all of you in the chat. I can see that most of you are still genuinely extremely disappointed with my success there. But anyway, checking back in with the chat here. Do I get flagged for filing a bad report? Sella Bethel wants to know. No. Sometimes I file reports and, some developers or someone from the product team will yell at me. But, for the most part, no. I generally am better when I'm not narrating Kinevist or whatever. These days I don't play much chess or solve many puzzles unless I'm narrating. But I can say I'm generally a little better. I've been above 2,900 before. Anyway, but hopefully the idea of solving puzzles is not necessarily for me to impress, but go through the thought process. And I think for some people that are vicarious learners, where you're watching and you can actually pick up tips, maybe that's useful for you. If you're not a vicarious learner, and then I don't even know why you watch any videos, right? Because literally watching any video, even if it's the greatest video ever, is that you're trying to learn something vicariously. I'm kidding, Deep Fluke. They don't yell at me. I am Danny, the fidgeter wrench. Title Tuesday's getting set to go. Yeah, everyone's excited. I will be handing off to the one and only Grandmaster Robin Van Kampen very, very soon here. We've done a lot of things today. If you're just joining us, we have previewed. We talked a little bit about Magnus Carlsen's victory. We also previewed, of course, not only the Williams and Finegold death match with Ben Finegold hanging out in the chat talking some trash, but also the Magnus Carlsen match. So for the rest of your week, you have a very, very tight schedule. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you're not working. You're watching chess.com TV or Twitch TV/chess. Carlsen is playing tomorrow versus Gadir Guseinov, and Finegold is playing Williams. Williams is playing Finegold. Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn. Williams and Finegold. Williams and Finegold. Finkel is Einhorn. What? Right? I think that was a movie that first like kind of rocked my world about the potential of that situation. You know what I'm saying, without getting too into the details of that for the younger audience. But okay, so that's what's going on this week. Thursday, October 5th, we're going to settle this match, settle this feud, and of course tomorrow we have Magnus Carlsen. And we also made some daily chess moves. Looks like E-Dog has moved again, or no, he hasn't. No, no, he still hasn't moved. So, okay. Last thing want to say, I actually just remembered because the show is almost over. I wanted to just thank all of our YouTube subscribers. I got one of these sexy little boxes from Google, right? I actually just opened it the other day, but what does it even mean for all of us, right? If we go into our channel studio. What it means is we got one of these cool little plaques. I know it's nothing compared to the big dogs on YouTube. I wanted to show you guys this. Google actually did this. That's actually kind of cool, right? You get like a little silver thing. It means we have 131,000 YouTube subscribers. I think we have about 1,811 chess videos to share. I don't know why rent is on my mind today. Hashtag rent, right? I'm going to hang this up on the wall. So thanks to all of you who subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We love you. And this is going on the wall right next to where I keep Magnus Carlsen's fat head. Magnus and YouTube, they go together, right? I think they look really good together right there. I just knocked over a ton of crap in my office. LOL. Anyway, thanks to everybody who subscribed to us on YouTube. I know that we've got so many channels and portals. We got Twitch, we got YouTube, we got the main site chess.com, and if you are a supporter of us everywhere, a member on all of those platforms, we really, really appreciate it. And it's a little bit late because it's 100,000. But you guys remember we did our 100,000 show like a year ago, right? And since then we've had a lot more subscribers. 131,000 YouTube subscribers. 131,000 chess players who care. That's you. How many videos do we have in our library? I've got a lot of channels that I manage here. We've got, how many videos do we have? I don't want to see the subscribers. I want to see how many videos we have. Let us go in here and show you administration side of things for this one. We have 27,829,058 minutes watched, or views. Anytime I'm saying big numbers, I just want to sing it in the tune of Rent. And that's weird. You know, my wife's obsessed with Broadway plays. I don't know. Shoot me. All right. But anyway, thank you to everybody. Seriously, though, really appreciate it. And don't be scared. Vedic Panda, hop in that Title Tuesday. Let's see who's in there. Don't be scared. I logged myself out by logging in. Let me go back in. See who's in there. Okay. Yep. Similar. Oh, Sergio's in. Right? Sergio. You know who that is, right? That's our guy who qualified to play. That's Gregorians. That guy played Hikaru Nakamura. So it's going to be a good show today. Stick around. Make sure you stay tuned for Robin Van Kampen's commentary in the Title Tuesday, coming up momentarily. Checking in with our Apparently I was wrong about the tactic I reported. That's interesting. Which is usually the case, by the way. Even with strong players, as much as everyone here is convinced that they've found bad tactics, and I'm sure you found a bad tactic from time to time, but the mass majority of the time, we get people convinced that so many of our tactics have multiple solutions, and that so many of our tactics are wrong, and they're just wrong. Like, I was convinced that Rook G5 also worked, but King H8, I'm just wrong. Even though it is mate if bishop takes g5. Notice when I was analyzing with you, I quickly played bishop takes g5, and then I went and reported the problem. So if anything, that shows you we do listen. And actually, that's my buddy, Jay, our CTO, who's like instantly, one of his areas that he stays closely in tune with is tech issues on the tactics database side. So he instantly saw my report. So it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, at least you know you're being heard, right? All people really want is for others to understand their feelings. And your feelings are never wrong. Your opinion may be wrong 99% of the time. Thanks, Dad. But your feelings are never wrong. And that's your lesson today on the Chess Today show. You're smart enough, you're good enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. Anyway, so I was wrong. Good to know. I actually would rather be wrong, of course, because it's my site, and I would rather think that that's true. MVL is back home. These guys have been playing so much chess, not super surprised. But as BJH is telling you in the Twitch chat, Hikaru is apparently in a bar right now with Amari Stoudemire. Apparently. I'm always considering your feelings, dyslexic gamer. That's something I do. There you go. Your feelings are never wrong. That's right. You're never wrong to feel how you feel. NE2 will do is in the Chess TV chat. If you guys don't know who NE2 is, he's one of the best 4-player chess players. Let's go to the 4-player chess before we hand things off to Robin here. If you go to the leaderboard, where is NE2 will do? There he is. He's number 1. I actually just played a game with this guy last night, and he won. I played 2 games with him. My ritual of playing daily chess before bed, where I give away all my rating points. So NE2 will do dominated, and gave me some good tips at the same time. So pretty good stuff there from NE2 will do. He is apparently the best 4-player chess player we have on the server. And the nice thing about experiencing playing with him is I didn't get the feeling he was colluding at all. Like my theory that some of these guys, like when they're getting better, are like secretly having private chats with others and trying to collude and beat others. He wasn't colluding at all. I mean, he was actively chatting with me and just crushing my face. He was smashing my face in and making me feel good about it at the same time. Honestly, it was very manipulative in hindsight. No, just kidding. But seriously, NE2 will do. Across his 1800. Congratulations, buddy. The Hikaru says I'm jealous because Amari's my hero. Definitely Steve. Well, Steve Nash is. Just kidding. Say hi to Amari for me. But I'm ready. I'm ready to hand things off to Mr. Van Kampen, who's going to take things over from here. He will be breaking down the action of the Title Tuesday with all of these Grandmasters coming in. Sam Sevion just jumped in. And we're ready to rock. Ready to go. Okay. Going offline. It's all you, Robin. I always want to call him, I always want to say, to the Batcave, because his name is Robin. I'm going to do it right now. To the Batcave. Have you ever heard that before? Robin Van Kampen. Just kidding. All right, Robin's up. We're handing it off to him. And don't go anywhere if you're watching us on chess.com TV or on Twitch. Stay right here, and Robin's going to take over with commentary. Thanks to everybody who said terrible things in the chat on Twitch and tried to get negative attention. You're all doing exactly what I expect you to do, which means you're perfect. And nothing's wrong with you. Everybody in the Chess TV chat, thanks for just everybody also just being you. Everybody, thanks for being you today. I'm going to pop out. This has been a fun Chess Today show. Congratulations again to NE2 will do. And if you're planning on sending me a message, you can see what happened to 763 other people who did that. Just kidding. I'm going to get to my messages. I'm trying. Seriously, I blame my assistant, but I don't have one. All right. Peace out, everybody. Robin, have a great show. The Title Tuesday is beginning.